This is my voice.
It is about what you believe.
And I sound like this now.
It is about what you believe in.
And all thanks to one plugin. If you think you know what Vocoflex is, you are probably wrong. I mean, this is not autotune, it is not pitch shifter. This is the Timbre cloning AI that changes everything. My name is CoinX and you're welcome to CoinxDaProducer. In today's video, we'll be talking about this plugin by Dreamtonics. So, Dreamtonics, the creators of Synthesizer V, if you're familiar with that, they didn't just make a pitch corrector or pitch shifter, they made a voice morpher. How this plugin works actually is, it analyzes a voice sample, it will map its character, its timbre onto this curve and allows you to blend your voice with the character in real time. If that is a little bit confusing, let me explain. Vocoflex listens to another singer's performance and learns their rhythm, emotion, and expression. Then it applies that performance to your voice, almost like letting your voice wear the same style as the original singer. Let's check it out. On the screen you will see two different vocal samples. The one in yellow is the sample where we'll copy the timbre from, and the one in green is my vocal sample.
It takes more than words to earn my love. It is about what you believe in. It is about you.
Alright, so what we'll be doing now is, first of all, call up Vocoflex, and on Vocoflex, you insert it in any mixer rack. In my case, I inserted it in the first channel in the mixer rack. Then, secondly, we'll double click on my vocal, which is the vocal that the plugin will learn. And according to the developer, this sample don't necessarily need to be very long. 20 seconds is enough. So at this point, I will drag it into Vocoflex. As you can see right here, it is processing, so give it time to finish. Once it is done, it will, as you can see, it will show you this curve with the name of the sample right underneath it. So once this is done, the next thing I will do now is to mute my sample and then deactivate. Okay, it is deactivated already. Then I'll activate the target material, which is this one, and it is important to use a dry, clean sample if you want to get the best results. All right, so I will double click on that. I'll send it to the channel in the mixer rack where Vocoflex is inserted, and in my case it's in mixer 1. So once that is done, we'll enable Vocoflex and then preview. So what I will do now is I will leave the plugin enabled, then I will consolidate this so that we can play it smoothly. So let me quickly do that. Alright, it is done, and as you can see, it is over here, so let's preview.
It takes more than words to earn my love. Love is not enough. I need to see it all.
Alright, so let's take a listen to the original. Let me quickly mute this one. So let's listen to the original. And have in mind, I deactivated Vocoflex.
It takes more than words. It takes more than words to earn my love. To earn my love.
And right here is my original voice.
It is about what you believe in. It takes more than words.
I mean, it speaks for itself, alright? And by the way, the developer reached out to me, the company reached out to me. They were kind enough to give me the license and also to check out this plugin. So I'm actually going to give my honest opinion about my findings, but don't leave it only for myself. All right, I'm throwing it open to you guys to also let me know what you think in the comments. So but from this demonstration, you can see for fact that this plugin is really incredible. It's retained the quality, the texture of my vocals, which is this one in green, and was able to sample the timbre, which is both the riffs the runs, the expression, the performance onto my voice. So it now made me sing what the original target vocal was singing. But guys, this is just the beginning. There is more that I believe will blow your mind. Now, this feature right here, as you can see, which is for pitch shifting, is an important one. All right, let me quickly show you something. Take for example, you used a target audio that is on a very high register and your own voice is on a lower register. That is where this particular feature, which is the pitch shifting feature, comes in, because with it you can alter or shift the pitch of the signal you're working on. All right, but that is not actually what I want to talk about. The one I want to point out is this particular feature right here, and I don't know why the developer made it to appear hidden. This feature should be very visible. So what is the feature I'm talking about? It is this one right here. This particular feature helps you to know when you've set the signal you want to pitch shift. It helps you to know if you're on the right gauge. But let me show you. Now, as you can see here, you can see this moving, and that round icon is not coming at the middle of this range. The green, okay, it is there now, but it's not stable. So which means they are not really on the same pitch. So that is now where you now adjust this. And the reason this is happening because I altered it to -7, but if I double click to correct it, you see it will be centered. So I feel this feature should be made very visible and not hidden. That is it for the pitch shift. The next thing we'll be talking about is the magic behind Vocoflex's voice morphing. And in a simple term, this is where you can add 2 or 3 different samples, upload them, and Vocoflex will analyze each one. Then you just drag them on the morphing wheel to blend their qualities together, whereby creating a unique kind of output. It basically mixes the tone, textures, and character from each sample to create brand new voice that still feels natural. So let's check it out. Okay, let me add one more vocal sample for this demonstration. So I'm gonna come over here, have this sample.
No, I'm...
Alright, so I'll just drag it and drop. So what I will do now is, since my system is too low to handle real-time processing, so I'll just change position, I will render and then see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna start like this, right at the center. Alright, it is done. So I'll pull it up here, turn it off. Let's change another position. Let's do something like this. Yeah, let's do something like this. And then we consolidate again. Alright, it is done. So let's just use this tool for, you know, the more vocal samples you add, the more variations you get. So let's see the difference between the 2 newly generated ones and the original.
There was Delilah, always not enough. I need to see it all. There was Delilah.
They actually sounded similar to me, but let me try this one more time. Alright, let's quickly have a listen to the new one.
There was Delilah, always not enough. I need to see it all. It takes more than words to Delilah. Always not enough. I need to see it all.
Alright, I can hear huge difference between the 3 samples. So that will be it for the morphing feature in this plugin. And that takes us to the last feature we'll be talking about, which is voice generator feature. You can use this to create backups. You don't need to worry. With this plugin, you can actually achieve a professional sounding generated backups for your project. So let's quickly do that. And at this point, I think I need to delete this. I'll delete all these ones for now. And now we have a clean slate. So what I will do now is to come over here, click, and at this point, let's say you have this original voice as your main lead chorus, and you want to create backups, or you want to double it, you want to thicken it, you want it to sound like crowd, different vocal textures. This is the right tool for that. So with this, when you tilt to this section, it gives you a different vocal texture, brighter, darker, you know, as you can see here, masculine if you're going for the male tone, the female tone. All right, so you can as well use the randomize to just randomly get different vocal textures, and once you're okay with what you have, you just click apply. So let's just put it to work and see what comes up. All right, let's go for male, apply. All right, now we have it. So let me render so that we can listen to what we have, and I will just quickly do many other ones, you know, and then preview it at once. So I'll be right back. All right, now we have 3 generated vocals. So let's have a listen.
It is about what you believe in. It is about you.
It is about what you believe in. It is about you. It is about what you believe in. It is about you.
Alright guys, you can agree with me that so far this plugin is doing amazingly well, but there is one more thing which is more like a bonus tip that I want to share with you. So what I want to do is to use this plugin to check if I can clone a speech instead of a singing vocals. So what I did was to go on Google AI Studio and I generated this speech right here.
This is a simple vocal test for Vocoflex. Right now, you're hearing a voice that's about to be transformed.
And if you notice, I intentionally focused more on the accents. I made sure I generated an accent that I don't sound like. So I want to see if this can transfer this accent onto my own voice. This is me recording my voice to sound as natural as possible. I will now open this one, which is my own voice. I will drag it and I'll drop over here. Just the same process, all right? And while it's processing, I will mute it here. Then I'll unmute the generated TTS voice over and make sure to send it to channel mixer rack 1. All right. So to channel 1, and on channel 1 we have Vocoflex, so enable it, and what I will do now is to consolidate it. So let's see what happens. All right, it is done, and as you can see, it is right above here. Okay, just to refresh our mind, let me first play my natural voice, which is this one. This is me recording my voice to sound as natural as possible. All right. Now let's preview the generated one.
For Vocoflex. Right now, you're hearing a voice that's about to be transformed. I'll be running this text-to-speech recording through Vocoflex.
Alright, let me try to change the positions and see if I will get a better result. It is done, so let's have a listen.
For Vocoflex. Right now, you're hearing a voice that's about to be transformed. I'll be running this text-to-speech recording through Vocoflex to see how well it can match tone, style, and emotion. After this, I'll record my own voice, drop the sample into my DAW, and compare the results. This is just a quick test to see how naturally Vocoflex can adapt a voice and make it sound unique.
I mean, this is incredible. Though it didn't give a spot-on result, but it's amazing the level it is. So you can say it is not only built for singing, you can as well use it for speech. It is not 100%, but it is close enough and it is usable. To be very honest, it is mind-blowing, and I think it's worth every penny, though it might be on the high side for some people. But the good news here is right now they are running a 30% off Black Friday sales, and I'll be leaving the link in the description. So if you want to have this plugin, you can use the link to have 30% off of their products as of the moment, and I think it will last from now until December the 1st. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, share with your friends if you want, and subscribe. But most importantly, turn on your bell notification so that when next I bring maybe an update on this particular tool or any other interesting videos, you get notified. And speaking of interesting videos, I have this series running right now. I've produced the second episode, that is teaching you how to reverse engineer any hit track, any song out there, and use that to recreate your own song. So check it on the screen right now. As always, guys, stay creative, stay focused, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.